two, 1, 2, 3, 4.
The information in this video is what I wish I knew when I first learned my basic salsa step. And no one ever talks about this, but this is exactly the reason why so many dancers feel robotic in their movement, can't stay on time with their time steps, and don't feel connected to the music or their partner. It's not because you're learning it wrong, you're just learning it incomplete. And in this video, we're gonna complete that process for you. Okay, let's clear something up first. What you learned as the basic salsa step on one, the 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 step that's very well known, is not the original time step of salsa. It's the standardized version of the salsa time step. There's nothing wrong with that, but the roots of salsa come from rich musical traditions such as Danzón, Son Cubano, Mambo, Cha-cha-cha, and each one of these subgenres of salsa has a different relationship to your basic time step. And if you only know one version, then you're gonna struggle when the music suggests a different accent. Now here's what beginners usually miss when it comes to the basic salsa step on one. Now before taking a step forward, before taking a step back, what we wanna do is develop what we call the personal tumbao. And the personal tumbao is not just what's happening with your feet, it's your whole body. Remember, the whole body is the instrument when it comes to the dance. Now it's the weight shifting, it's how your hips respond and how you move tension throughout your entire body. When you start to develop this, you start to develop your movement cadence, or what we call the personal tumbao. Okay, before getting right into the basic salsa steps, what we want to focus on is our pulse step. This is no break steps, no front and back. All we're doing is shifting our weight from side to side. Underneath our hips, inside of our center. What that's gonna allow us to do is to focus on absorbing the tension from the floor by ball rolling down the ball of the foot. It's gonna allow us to stay grounded by keeping the knees bent. It's gonna allow us to feel the quick, slow cadence of the on-one time step in the body. This pulse step is gonna help us get our movement before we start taking our break steps. Now here's where most salsa instruction goes wrong, because they teach you the front and back break steps immediately, right? They teach you the front and back, but the body isn't ready for that yet. So what happens? You break out of your center, but you don't bring with that the tension of your body dynamics. So then your break steps start to look like this, right? On the side, they start to look like this. There's no weight regulation. There's no body tension. And you might be stepping on beats, but you're not stepping in tension with the song. Now, before anything else, we want to ground our movement. This is the beginning of the technique of the basic salsa step. We're going to use the ball of our foot and push into the floor as we shift our weight from side to side, right? We're not stepping onto the floor as we shift our weight. We're really rolling and stepping into the floor. And this is going to absorb the tension from the floor, and that tension is going to shoot right up through the rest of our body. As we regulate this tension, this is how we create a natural and smooth personal tumbao. Now, when your weight is grounded correctly, you'll start to feel something else. You start to feel a tension and a natural connection inside the floor and your body. A natural elasticity starts to develop when tension moves from the floor to your body. This is where you start to really feel that contrary body motion, right? The isolation of the body that really starts to be responsive to the music instead of stiff. You can feel this when you regulate the tension correctly, pushing off the floor, pushing off the ground, using that tension to push through your body. This is what creates this motion that's gonna make your basic look smooth and natural. Another thing that most people skip when learning the basic salsa step is before getting your linear step, front and back, make sure you have your lateral steps, side to side steps as well. the side steps really help to give you that body isolation for the contra motion happening in your body, the contrary body motion. The lateral steps really help with that body awareness. And you can see my feet are barely lifting off the ground because they're grounded, allowing me the mobility to push to get the lateral motions inside of my whole body. From my feet to the hips, up into the upper torso, in shoulders and arms. Now, by the time you actually get to your linear front and back basic, your movements should be grounded, controlled, and connected. Now you have that mobility from doing it inside your step. When you start to break with it, you'll have that flow, you'll have your tumbao, and you'll be able to flow naturally between any break step that you want and still keep the same motion, the contrary body motion. Same with front and back. You see my feet are low on the ground. If I lift my feet high like this, it gives me no mobility for my hips to isolate, right? When I have high steps like this, see, the hips can't isolate. When I ground it, the hips naturally isolate and push into the floor, and the tension moves that into the rest of the body, right? Okay, so these are some key points to really consider when getting into the basic standardized salsa time step. Remember, this is the standardized time step. It's not the original time step of salsa, but it's good to know the standard version. It's also good to know the original versions, which we'll get into in the next video.